So today I'm here with some very interesting guests for the PathMonk Presents podcast. I'm here with Oksana Sokolovsky and Rohit Mahajan, who are heading up a very exciting project, PerformLive.live. It's a super interesting product that is brand new. It's fresh. It basically builds up on a very proven and built out technology. Essentially, and I don't want to take too much away, but what you can do with Perform Live is you can turn your fan base into loyal and happy paying customers, monetizing the audience, give your followers an interactive live experience. And we definitely want to learn much more about what those live experiences look like, and also, the trajectory of Perform Live in the digital space. So I'm very pleased to have, the leaders of the company from the technical side, from the managerial side in the show. So welcome, Oksana. Welcome, Rohit.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
Very good. Yeah, maybe so, Oksana, maybe give us an idea in your own words, right? Because I want to make sure, right, that we get, a full understanding of what Perform Live is all about. Maybe tell me, what is it about in your own words?
Yeah, so Perform Live is a platform, a live streaming platform where passion meets commerce. It's a platform for retailers, business owners, shops, and individuals to go live and stream their passion, stream their products, and actually conduct the commerce straight in the live stream. It brings the live community and passionate, authentic relationships together and allows you as a business owner to actually monetize on your skills, passion, products, all in one live stream.
Very cool, and it builds up on a very solid technology. Maybe you guys could tell me a little bit more about sort of the types of people that would be using it. Rohit, what would be sort of typical use cases that one could see with the technology?
Sure. So initially what we have started with already is the individuals. That's one of the personas where they would be sharing mostly their digital content. So chefs, the cooks, the nutritionists and so on, right? That category is really the individuals. They could be monetizing on their soft skills. The second category is the small businesses, and that's where the businesses it's really small businesses, and they can get online, they can get on Perform Live, and they can actually live stream to all of their customers. Now that's a real-time engagement that they would be generating. They would not necessarily need to have a physical storefront because they have Perform Live. So essentially what we've been saying is that your room is your stage and the world is your audience once you get on Perform Live. That's a second. And then eventually, which we have not done yet, we will be getting on to the brands and so on for the bigger retailers for them to get on. That's a third phase.
Very cool. And Rohit, an experience, right? What considers or what characterizes an experience on Perform Live?
So essentially you would, it's as simple as creating yourself a channel on Perform Live. It's a 3-step process. You create a channel, which is quote unquote your handle. You would log in, you would schedule your performance, you would get ready for the performance as the name goes, which is really, if you have the products, you would be uploading your products, right, to the cell for the selling portion during the live stream. You would get ready for the stage. That's where we use the AR component also. And then you would just actually schedule out the live performance within Perform Live and to multiple other social channels. So Perform Live does have that capability of simulcasting. So you are on here, but you could actually live broadcast to LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, and so on. So essentially, that's the experience. It's a 3-step process. It takes you less than 5 minutes to get ready and go live to the entire world.
Pretty cool. Oksana, like, what would you say, right? How do people hear and, start, experimenting with Perform Live? What is sort of the client acquisition channels that you have in mind for that product?
Yeah, so we're going to be leveraging, obviously, the communities that are built on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, to reach out to those people that are already looking to go live, but they may not be monetizing, their passion. So if you think about the problem we're solving, you may be a YouTuber who has very low following. What we want you to do is actually come on our platform and monetize your passion, not just on fractional dollars that you may get from your followership, but on real dollars that you can actually charge in your stream, and you will be able to sell the product. So for us, the acquisition is really, going out to those communities and recruiting them out, and also creating partnerships with platforms like Shopify, where people are already maybe selling, but they don't have a live channel to go and actually monetize their products to a broader audience.
Mm-hmm. And what role would you attribute to the website then? Obviously, it's very community driven, what you described there. Like, what role do you attribute for the website in terms of client generation and build up of the audience for the product?
Yeah, so our website, our product is going to be offered on the website as well as on a mobile. So you can go live from your desktop, you can go live from your mobile application. And the idea would be, when you reach PerformLive, you'll be able to just start looking at what is being live, what is live, and you can join the show and actually watch the performance of other people. And once you've done that, you can start your own channel and you can start performing live for your passion and your business. Mm-hmm. The website and mobile will offer the same solution.
Very, very cool. Super interesting. There is a very exciting website out there, PerformLive.live. Like Rohit, where do you see the strength of the website? When you look at it, what do you think is, in your perception, a strength of the website?
Well, the first strength of the website is extremely energizing, right? It creates that positivity flowing and going. If you have to go live and you have thousands of your potential customers or audience or fans, it creates that energy, right? That's what we have designed it with 24/7 heart and excitement into it. And the second is the ease, the user experience is really, we have tried from our perspective to keep it extremely easy to get on, to get going in less than 5 minutes. That's the main strength. Of course, the functionality, can we add 5 more things? Absolutely. That's where we are always in beta, quote unquote, always learning and always improving based on our lovely, I would say, customer base. But the strength is in the energy, building the purpose-driven community on the website. It's going to serve as a discovery platform, and it's going to serve as a e-commerce platform, or live commerce, as I must say, because that's what we are.
Very good. And Oksana, I'm sure you always already see things for further improvement and further growth. Like what's something that, for the website, for example, you would have in mind going forward?
Yeah, we have tons of ideas. Our backlog is probably longer than you can imagine. But some of the things that we're going to be bringing to life is, the fan wall, where you can actually converse with your fans and your following just before you go live or at the beginning of going live, to create that passionate engagement as opposed to just chatting with them. Bringing a variety of functions that allow you as a creator or a performer to monetize in different ways, allowing people to take deferred payments, maybe scheduling a delivery for them, maybe integrating with a delivery service so that your items can arrive before you go and do wine tasting show. So we're thinking about a variety of features that will enable you as a creator to have a most amazing experience with your community. And of course, augmented reality is going to be a huge feature set that's going to evolve over time. It's going to range from features like beautifying yourself before you go on stage and making yourself look cool, to features like trying on different products on yourself and in your space, as well as like using augmented reality for fun. So we're going to be definitely integrating a lot of our augmented reality features into our platform over time as well.
Very cool. If we would be looking behind the curtain a little bit, right, of the team behind PerformLive, what's the sort of the marketing and sales structure like? What you guys are envisioning for that growth? Like, how does that team need to be set?
Yeah, so of course it's going to be digital first strategy. We're looking to engage with digital strategies for marketing. So going through a variety of social media channels, as well as figuring out how to engage people through a live interaction. Because we're going to be live first platform, we're going to have to put up a live first marketing strategist, and that's going to be at the heart of what we do. So I expect that Rohit and myself are going to be streaming a lot to bring more and more to people, to excite them, and that's going to be at the heart of our marketing.
Very cool. Yeah, I can just like wrap that up, guys. If you're going to performlive.live, it's super interesting. Actually, there's a lot of little kinks in the website that are looking, bring engagement, and they really show how the product comes to life. So super interesting. I want to switch gears, right, and learn about sort of the team behind, the founders behind that. Rohit, I would be curious, right? What's the sort of the type of content that you consume, right? Like how do you educate yourself further in order to, work on, a product like that, but also, keep on growing yourself?
My personal belief is that I will always be in beta till the last day I'm here on the mother planet Earth. So to that extent, my core passions are really within learning from a professional perspective, learning about the product and data science.
Mhm.
So I'm constantly learning. I have joined schools. I'm actually wrapping up a pretty extensive and in-depth uh, learning and engagement at MIT.
Mhm.
This weekend, I'm starting another design engineering at Stanford, and I'm continuing to learn because that's the only way I think anybody can grow. So that's where I spend my time. And outside of work, which is almost no time, I really, it's about self realization is what I'm interested in, which is where I learn a lot from meditation and so on.
Very cool. Oksana, what would be your take on that?
Yeah, so I mean, similar to Rohit, I constantly try to learn through obviously self-education and learning and reading. But one of the biggest channels of my learning is my two kids. I have two kids, and one is 22 and one is 13. And I learn a lot about the social engagement and life engagement and all of the interactions from them, because I think that the new generation is definitely operating in a new way that's accelerating our technology development. And that's the birth of a lot of ideas, just constantly learning what they're learning, which on top of what we learn adds tremendous value.
Very cool. Since we're slowly coming to an end of the interview already, I want to jump into our rapid fire questions. I will give them one after the other to each of you. So I'm curious what you guys have in store. You ready for those?
Yes.
Okay,
Go for
Rohit,
it.
what's the last book that you read?
0 to 1.
Very good. Oksana, what's the one single thing that the company is focused on the most at the moment?
Well, the company is focused most on acquiring customers and launching in the best way possible with a lot of virality.
Very good. Very good. Rohit, if there would be no boundaries in technology, what would be the one thing that you would want to have fixed for the company today?
Constant change.
Hmm. Roxana, what's the last thing that kept you awake at night about the company?
What keeps me at night, every night, keeps me up at night is the constant flow of ideas of what we can do and being able to put it on the list. I think the idea flow is pretty constant at this point, and that keeps me at night, up at night. Not worries, but the ideas, which is the exciting part.
Very cool. And the last question I would love to pose to both of you, one after the other. So maybe Rohit, I'll go with you in this one first. If today would be your very first day, right? You're working on PerformLive. What's the one advice that you would give yourself?
Be open to more ideas. Don't limit yourself. Go ballistic, go bombastic, go as far and as high as you can and as fast as you can.
Very cool. Oksana, what about yourself? What's the one advice if you would restart again
Well,
today?
this is where we balance each other with Rohit. I would say don't take on too much while you want to go bombastic, try to focus on a limited set to go with, and don't do everything at one go. And this is why we complement each other, because we balance the need to do a lot with what's practical.
Very cool. Thanks a lot, guys, for being with us on the show today. I want to give you the last word. If somebody would be forgetting everything that we just discussed about PerformLive today, Roxana, what would be the one thing that they should remember about the company?
Yeah, I think the one thing that they should remember is that Rohit and I are very passionate about enabling people and making sure that they can monetize their passion. Our goal is to make sure that people make money and create passionate, authentic communities and earn what they deserve to earn in a place where it's safe and it's fun.
Very cool. Thanks for being part of the show, Rohit and Oksana.
Thank you, Lucas.